Union County prosecutor Theodore Romankow said during a press release that he was in the same circles as the rapist Joseph Galfy. He then admitted on camera that something of a sexual nature happened, but he called it consensual. If you knew who else was in those circles, you know those circles called rape consensual, then slap each other's wrists for raping the vulnerable and molesting children. I'm going to introduce you to some of Galfy Romankow's circles, but keep in mind, these are only the few that got caught. Before you wonder why they don't lose their license to practice law, the New Jersey Supreme Court held in a matter of Mark G. Legato in 2017 that the court refrains from establishing a rule requiring disbarment in all cases involving sexual offenses against children. Those are their exact words. Mark Legato sexually abused 12-year-olds he met online, but he didn't lose his bar license permanently. He's not the only one. I'll introduce you to more of Galfy Romankow's circles, and you can see what I mean. Galfy Romankow's circles included Stephen Allen Herman, whose wrist was slapped with a 3-year suspension in 1987 for repeatedly sexually assaulting a 10-year-old boy. They included Jeffrey P. Ruddy, who got his wrist slapped with a 2-year suspension in 1992 for molesting several prepubescent boys. They slapped James W. Kennedy's wrist with 6 months in 2003 for molesting kids, but a lawyer named Pierce from Galfy Romankow's circles got off with only a reprimand in 1995 for exposing his genitals to a 12-year-old child. Galfy Romankow's circles included Deputy Attorney General Joseph J. Haldusiewicz, who only got 6 months suspension when he got caught with 996 images of small child porn on his prosecutor's office computer in 2005. Same with Donald S. Rosanelli in 2003 and Frank L. R. Moore in 2006. Galfy Romankow's circles included Assemblyman Neil Cohen, who got his wrist slapped with a 5-year suspension in 2011 for distributing child porn from his office in the New Jersey State Legislature. James F. Boylan was a judge in Galfy Romankow's circles who forced defendants to have sex with him or go to jail. He helped his son Ryan Boylan to avoid jail time for molesting a 5-year-old. Union County Head Judge Robert Mega was on Galfy's speed dial, and Judge Regina Caulfield helped Mega cover up his involvement. Ron Zega was reprimanded for cruelty and neglect of a child in 2017, and Judge Antonio Inacio from the same town of Clark, where Galfy Romankow, Mega, and Caulfield all practiced law, got off with only a reprimand in 2015. Slap those judges' wrists. Galfy Romankow's circles included cops, too. Officer Gayla Robinson forcibly raped inmate Jesse Collins at the Union County Jail in 1991, but he never did any jail time for that. An inmate had to use a paternity test to prove Officer Joseph M. Spann raped her in 1989. Jacqueline Hegenmiller was repeatedly raped by a cop from Galfy Romankow's circles at the Edna Mahon facility in 1995, but it wasn't until 25 years and thousands of rapes later that a class action lawsuit exposed Galfy Romankow's circles at the Edna Mahon facility. Galfy Romankow's circles helped cover up Union County jail guards Kevin and Kenneth Burker's sexual abuse of females in 2017. They helped cover up Officer Joey Garcia, who made an incontinent paraplegic sit and piss and shit in a wheelchair for days, then threw the inmate's Koran into the hallway and made him crawl to pick it up before he got a shower. The inmate had to hold himself up in the shower, naked and covered in bed sores, while Officer Joey Garcia watched and laughed and made fun of the inmate's penis. That's sadistic sexual abuse. Theodore Romankow and Joseph Galfy were in the same circles as cops, judges, and lawyers who rape inmates, who molest little kids, and who distribute child pornography from the prosecutor's office computer. They slap each other's wrists for all that, and those are only the ones who got caught. Those are only the ones who are the tip of the iceberg. For every one they can't deny, there's 10 they cover up. And it's going to keep going like that until people require the same screenings for state government officials that the federal government requires from theirs. That's fucking crazy.